What's up, humans? And welcome to another Psicoactivo today. So, we finally got word from Luna. And man, oh man, I think she just declared war to the quote unquote deep state because all of the topics that the new task force she's going to lead are covering have to do with some of the biggest conspiracy theories in the last 30 years or so. So, officially, Congresswoman Luna, alongside Chairman James Comer, announced the House Oversight Committee Task Force on the Declassification of Federal Secrets will investigate UFOs, USOs, the JFK assassination files, the RFK assassination files, the Martin Luther King assassination files, 9/11, the Epstein client list, and the origins of COVID-19. Essentially, Luna just made a lot of promises that are going to be extremely hard to uphold. On her side, she does have a few things going for her. One of these things are the new positions within the cabinet, which is Tulsi Gabbard as DNI. She's going to oversee everything within the intelligence community and investigate everything she can within the intelligence community. We have John Ratcliffe as the new director of the CIA. We have Kash Patel as the new director of the FBI. We have Senator Marco Rubio, who is now the Secretary of State, Marco Rubio. We have Peter Sekheth, who is the new Secretary of Defense. All of these people have stated publicly that they are willing to investigate UFOs and the UFO topic. What would be really shocking to me is if all of these topics are somehow connected in one or another way. I know a lot of you wouldn't be surprised, especially the ones who believe that the deep state is actually an entity and that is real. I still think that it's just like rogue groups within each agency, but I don't know if they're like all of them organized as a single entity. We still have to see on that. But what Luna just said right here.
With the stroke of a pen, he committed to declassifying the files concerning the assassinations of President John F. Kennedy, Robert F. Kennedy, and Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., a decision not just monumental, but pivotal. It is with profound honor that I have been entrusted by Speaker Mike Johnson and Chairman James Comer to lead the House Oversight Task Force on Declassification of Federal Secrets. Together with the help of the White House, our intelligence allies, the Department of Defense, the Department of Justice, we will be conducting investigations into the following: the assassinations of JFK, RFK, and Dr. Martin Luther King, unidentified aerial phenomena, also known as UAPs, unidentified submerged objects, also known as USOs, the Epstein client list, the origins of COVID-19, and the 9/11 files. This task force will be a beacon of bipartisanship. On the Republican side, Representatives Burchett, Boebert, Burleson, Crane, Gill, and Mace will be joining me, although I'd like to note that I'm expanding this to the entire governing body and will be allowing certain members to waive on. Our first hearing is set for March. The date will be announced soon, and we've already initiated close to a dozen communications with various agencies, to include Pam Bondi at the Department of Justice and the Secretary of State. This will no longer be a task force that makes bold promises only to fade into irrelevance or send strongly worded letters. This will be a relentless pursuit of truth and transparency, and we will not stop until the American people have the answers they deserve. We will cut through the bureaucracy, challenge the stonewalling, and ensure that the American people finally get the truth that they have been denied for too long. If we are to endure and thrive as a nation, we must restore trust through transparency. The American people must be trusted to think for themselves, to form their own judgments from the truth that they are entitled to know. We've been treated like children for too long and kept in the dark by those we elected to serve us. It is my solemn duty to begin mending this trust, to form a new relationship between the government and the governed. Let us embark on this journey together towards a government that does not serve, but one that enlightens. That does not just serve, but one that enlightens. Trust through transparency.
So what she just said essentially demonstrates that she has been intimidated before by people. Do you guys remember when Jake Barber said that when he went to Congress asking for help, Congress people actually asked him for help? I'm going to go out on a limb and say that Congresswoman Luna was one of these people that was being intimidated by bad actors. Let's just leave it at that. And now she seems determined to get rid of these people and to get the truth to the people. And I know, again, I'm going to sound like a broken record, but I know how the political division is making people who are not from the Republican Party just not trust Luna. I will go as far as to say that these are very, very big promises. And I'm not mistrusting her, but I think it's going to be a really difficult task. And if we want her to be successful at this, and I would think that this is a bipartisan issue, Congresswoman Luna herself confirmed that this is bipartisan. It is not from the Republicans only. She's going to be the chairwoman here, but this is bipartisan completely. And she's going to leave open space for more politicians who want to get involved in this. So that's a really good sign of bipartisanship. And this should get everyone involved and on board, honestly. Even if it's really difficult, even if you don't think that it's going to happen, even if you don't trust that this so-called deep state is going to allow this, I mean, we could at least give it the benefit of the doubt, right? And support, maybe. That'd be a good idea. Here's another good idea. If you live in the US and you're a citizen, you can call your representative and ask them to get involved in this effort. Because I would think that the majority of people within the US wants to find out what happened with all of these topics, not just UFOs. So it pertains to everyone who is interested in knowing what is going on. So yeah, it's bipartisan, guys. And you're going to have to leave your mistrust at the door just for a little bit and give this the benefit of the doubt. That is my suggestion. I'm not giving you advice. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just suggesting this might be a good idea. Why not? I mean, yeah, these are high promises, but why not? Another aspect that I think should be addressed is whether this task force is going to have subpoena power or not. Subpoena power is very important because this is a way in which you can call on hostile witnesses to the stand. And Chairman Comer said this.
Chairman?
The task force does not have subpoena power. I do. The task force is going to be subsidiary of the full oversight committee. So if we have to issue one, Congresswoman Luna, we'll discuss it and we'll take appropriate action.
But in full transparency, we have a great working relationship, as I stated earlier, with the White House, with the DOJ, with the Secretary of Defense, and the Secretary of State. The incoming FBI director, I think, will be very supportive, and we've also been told that the CIA director is very supportive. To put it in perspective, I think that this issue transcends not just one administration, but multiple administrations, and it hasn't been until now that we've been able to get people actually in positions of power that will push for transparency. Now, if I find that different entities in the various intelligence agencies are stonewalling us, I'm going to make that known to the American people. But as of right now, we are cautiously optimistic.
So yeah, there is going to be subpoena power. And Representative Luna did confirm that she does have a good relationship with everybody involved so far, but they remain cautiously optimistic. I think that is good news as well. And I think that the biggest news of this all is that the first order of business is going to be the JFK files. And there is a hearing coming up in March about this. I don't know when they're going to cover UFOs. Congresswoman Luna said that the whistleblowers that are going to start to come forward, because she invited them on the last question she was asked by News Nation, actually, she was asked about the relationship with whistleblowers that want to come forward. And she said that she is the one that is going to interview them first. This is important because in the past, whistleblowers were going to Arrow and to Kirkpatrick, and Kirkpatrick is now saying that they didn't come or whatever they said is not true, or, you know. So clearly there isn't trust in Arrow right now. I would go out on a limb and say that Arrow is being managed by this rogue entity. This is the clues that I've gotten so far. I'm not confirming that they are, but their attitude does tell me that they may be. So Luna is gonna be doing the questions in skiffs, I would guess. But she's gonna be the one. And now just please take care of Congresswoman Luna, because she basically did just declare war on these rogue groups. But she's not alone. She's not alone. She has everybody, every American who wants to know the truth behind her and supporting her. And I, as a Mexican man who lives in the border, every single matter that the US is up to pertains to my country as well. So, of course, I'm going to be invested in this. And of course, I am going to support this. So, yeah, let's stand behind Congresswoman Luna, even if it's for a little bit. Maybe leave your political bias aside for a bit and see if this pans out. Because if it does, it's going to help everybody. You guys know this. But it needs to be the full truth, you know, even if it hurts. It's a really difficult task. I'm not going to lie. It seems next to impossible, but we got to try. And kudos to Congresswoman Luna for trying. To those who are independent investigators, Congresswoman Luna also confirmed that they're going to be asking for help from independent investigators, not just from the politicians, not just from the government. So any researcher who is interested in helping, Congresswoman Luna is going to roll out a plan so everybody can help. And that's also great news, if you ask me. But let me know what you think. I'm going to leave every single part of this press conference in the description. Congresswoman Luna took some questions. It wasn't that long. It lasted for like 15, 20 minutes, something like that. But it was to the point, as it should be. And I'm glad they're doing it. So thank you. Let me know what you think in the comments. Are you excited? Are you cautiously optimistic, cautiously pessimistic? Let me know everything, your reaction to this. How far do you think Congresswoman Luna is going to get? Do you think she's going to get the full truth? What about those JFK files that haven't been discovered, those 1100 ones? Let me know what you think, and I'm going to be reading and responding to every comment. So please tell me everything. If you like the content you see, I'm going to ask you to please like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you can get notified when a new video drops. If you want to support the channel in any other way, I'm going to leave a few links in the description. And we also have a members channel, and we're on the KGRA website on audio only and on video on their X account. I'm going to leave every link in the description. Thank you for the support, everybody. You guys are helping me out tremendously, so thank you. And that's it for me today. And don't forget to stay curious, guys. Seriously. Clearly, we're doing something right based on today's news. Bye.